Where'd the idea for Ratchet and Clank come from? They're a unique duo.
Ratchet and Clank was sort of a Hail Mary for us in that after we had, let's see, where were we in our development? After Spyro, we had developed a strong relationship with Sony because Sony had published Spyro, even though Universal was the sort of the middleman in the whole deal. And we wanted to move on to something that was a little bit more mature because we love Spyro, but we felt, okay, let's take advantage of a growing audience out there that's a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
And we began working on a game that was wasn't really open world, it was more of a linear adventure which featured a girl who had a stick, and we called it Girl with a Stick. And it involved magic and big lumbering beasts, and it had a sort of a darker tone. Sony was going to publish it, and we must have been 6 to 8 months into development, and we had a prototype, and it was okay. But Sony, I remember Sony came down and they said, you know what guys, this looks cool, but you might consider going back to what you're really good at. You guys are good at platformers. And I said, no, we put so much effort into this game, this Girl with a Stick game. It's going to be great. And the team is looking at me going, Ted, you're crazy. We really think we should go back and do what we're good at. And we said, okay. And I said, okay, let's just can Girl with a Stick and figure out something else. And so we gave ourselves a very short time to come up with a new idea. And Brian Hastings, who I'd mentioned before, also one of the partners at Insomniac, said, well, you know what, let's do this game about a little character who has cool weapons and flies from planet to planet. And that was the genesis of Ratchet. And we began going into heavy brainstorming mode with that idea as the kernel, and came up with a lot of different forms for Ratchet. He was a lizard at one point. He was sort of a Marvin the Martian guy, which I think was sort of the original inspiration-esque type creature, and then became a furry fox-like character. And then Clank was originally 3 robots who would cling to different parts of Ratchet's body, leg, arm, neck, and we realized that wasn't going to go that well. It was going to be hard to make that work gameplay-wise, so he became one robot and then became sort of a backpack for Ratchet.
Very interesting.